going on, you crazy creeps? It is Clearski, and I'm back. And I'm back creeping around one of my favorite haunts. I am at the Lone Fir Cemetery, which you've watched this channel before. We've crept here many of times. This is one of Oregon's oldest historical cemeteries here in southeast Portland. And there are many of historical graves and history, not to mention tales of haunts. But there is a grave here in particular, which is right here in front of us, and that is the grave of Andrew Brian Loomis. And Andrew Brian Loomis, for many years, was a professional drummer slash artist friend. You guys can see on his headstone here as well, cherished son, brother, uncle, cousin, and friend. And if you guys look really closely at the headstone here, this right here actually represents Andrew Brian Loomis's band, which is DEADMOON. That's right. They were a very famous punk rock band here in Portland for many years, previously known as the Rats. There was 3 members total: Fred Cole, Kathleen Tootie Cole, and this gentleman, Andrew Brian Loomis, who was the drummer for a punk rock band that opened for many well-known bands. And this is his final resting place. Now, the reason why I come here, not only for the great history and ties to Portland, but it's also to honor and dedicate these people's memory for their family and friends and loved ones, to kind of just keep their memory alive. Now, today is October 11th, but the city of Portland, about 10 years ago, dedicated October 5th in honor of DEADMOON Night. So there's a lot of bands from Portland, including the Decemberates, that have their own days dedicated to them, but the city of Portland went ahead and dedicated an entire night to Andrew Brian Loomis. And another part of this, what I thought was really cool, is not only is his band called DEADMOON, which you guys can see here is a better picture of the actual band with their iconic DEADMOON symbol, but their record label, which I believe was owned privately by them, was called Tombstone Records, out of Portland, Oregon as well. And many of their favorite songs, famous songs if you will, Get Off My Grave, a lot of things to do with graveyards. So just within the last 2 days, Kathleen Cole, Toadie if you will, did a great interview for Billboard's magazine about the times that they had together. And so I want you guys to jump over to deadmoonusa.com, where I believe you can find that article. If not, I will definitely leave links to the one that I was checking out. And she is 70 years old. This rock band was active from 87 to 2006. But she continues to talk about the recent visit here to find her friend, and which I also thought was really awesome and comedy too at the same time. If you guys look really closely here, life is good except the parts that suck. So even to the end, his friends and family paid homage to his humor. And from what I've read, just a great guy all around. And if you guys can see here, people have went ahead and left trinkets. Looks like a couple rocks, maybe like a Frankenstein, almost like a creeper looking guy, maybe a pumpkin. And also a button that says, "Beat it, creeps." Well, that's ironic. I hope he's not talking with us, but That is too funny. And then it also looks to be like maybe a pick or some sort of musical instrument, and a rose, a cigarette, and a drink. But I just love when people honor people's headstones and leave little gifts and knickknacks to pay homage to that person. And if you guys also look right down here in the corner, this is marked Dante's, which is a famous venue here, music venue that hosts a lot of bands, including former bands, Poison Idea, bands that they played with, opened for. And many of artists over the years have covered their songs, including Cat Power. Dave Grohl was actually commented one time saying that the best thing about Portland is that they basically raised DEADMOON. So that's pretty cool from the lead drummer of Nirvana, who's probably one of the most famous drummers in the world, to recognize your drumming and your music. So rest in peace, Andrew. And I love you, creepers, for coming through. And I hope you guys stay tuned, because we got a lot more vlogs coming. But I'm going to leave a link, like I said, to deadmoonusa.com in the description, so you guys can hop over and check out some more info. Check out some of the bands that they opened for, some of the bands that covered their music over the years. It's quite interesting. And like I always say, I really appreciate you guys creeping with. If you haven't hit that likes up button, now would definitely be the time to do so. You can do me one better, you can hit that little bell. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. But until then, I just wanted to pay homage to an incredibly awesome punk band. Many of bands to come from Portland, but to have had such a great run and people from the music industry comment your work, incredibly awesome. And I'll leave links to some of their music as well. But until then, I'll give you guys one more shot from Andrew's final resting place. And until then, I love you guys. Creeper out for now. Peace.